Many years ago, I was born doomed to die. I'm told I was born to a wealthy family of old legionists back in the days before it was known for its outstanding achievements in machinery. I was born afflicted with a terrible disease, one even the likes of the hardy people of Legionus had never seen before. My body was frail and everyone assumed the worst. My family, having achieved affluence through the ownership of a successful mining industry, spared no expense in seeking the best doctors throughout the land. But no matter who they spoke to, the answer was always the same.
There's nothing to be done. It'd be a miracle if she survives beyond her childhood years.
Eventually, they had enough of the grief. When my brother was born, they pushed me away, choosing to forget the burden my life put on them. Mother, Father, it hurts. I went without sleep many nights as the pain racked my body. My parents offered their pity in words only. They had given up on trying to help me. I was just an annoyance they were waiting for to disappear, so I did. I shut myself away. I never spoke or called to anyone. When people addressed me, I only smiled as best I could. At all times I stayed in my room, too weak to walk or move, lying on the floor like a broken doll. Second day of the 12th month. Then came a horrible winter, even for Legionus. My body wasn't strong enough to handle the harsh weather, the cold that permeated our homes. The pain returned, greater than before this time. It was hard to keep myself quiet, but surely my parents would help me. Surely after all the time I spent keeping my pain to myself, they'd be thankful for my efforts and come to aid me. It hurts! It hurts! I called out to my family that had become like strangers to me. But no one came. There was nothing left anymore. I was in so much pain I could barely stay conscious. I knew this was the year I finally died. My parents knew it too. Between tears, I staggered to my feet from the bed, falling to the floor immediately. Crawling, I slowly made my way to the window. In the snow, they wouldn't find me. I could be forgotten forever. I managed to pull myself up, but the window proved too difficult for me to open. I only managed to open it enough to get my arm through. All of a sudden, my arm was met with something unexpected. I had accidentally struck someone who was walking by.
What in the world are you doing?
A pair of spectacles shone through layers of scarves and coats. It hurts.
Well, what do you expect when you go around shoving people from windows? I'm afraid I'm rather busy.
I had fainted before he finished. This was fine. I wouldn't burden anyone ever again.
Third day of the 12th month.
But I awoke, somewhere strange and unfamiliar. I could hear the faint whirring of strange devices, clicks of metal, and a slight hum. But above all other sensations was the lack of one. The horrid pain of my body destroying itself was gone. I could hardly think or move from disbelief. A pale man with long hair and spectacles came over and peered down at me. If it weren't for these spectacles, I would have never recognized him as the man I had hit yesterday.
Awake, are you? How are you feeling? I see. Looks like you don't fully understand the situation yet.
Wasn't I dead?
You were, only slightly. As an experiment, I thought I'd fix that.
This man had saved me from death by replacing my insides with machines.
Fifth day of the 12th month.
He had turned me into one of his many machines, but in doing so also took away my pain. He was so hard to understand. He spoke so curtly and didn't like to share much. I was certain he was kind, though. He was always working to make things better, to help people.
How are you feeling today?
There's still no pain, even though it used to hurt so much before. You know.
I see. Don't trouble yourself with the past anymore. You are not the same creature.
I understand, but why did you save me? He paused a moment before answering.
I was merely provided with a subject of research by undeserving parents who cared little for their child. However, my skills are insufficient. Such simple machinery can only keep you alive for a year, at best.
I see. Thank you for the painless year you have given me.
I'm sorry. 14th day of the 12th month.
He'll come to check on me again today, like he always does. I'm still getting used to my new body, but I've been getting better at walking recently. He's worried that me pushing my systems too much will shorten my time left. Even so, I still want to do something with the time I have.
How are you feeling today?
Today my body kind of aches a little.
I see. I'd better have a look then.
Before he even finished speaking, he had begun examining my mechanical parts and tweaking them with tools.
Tell me again if it starts to hurt.
What happens if I do?
Nothing. I'll just fix it.
Really? It's not a bother?
Seems like you're worrying too much about this. Let me know whenever it's painful. I'll come fix it immediately.
This man was very different from others, from my parents.
31st day of the 12th month.
It was snowing heavily again today. I don't have any good memories of snow. I don't have any good memories at all, really.
How are you feeling today?
Not bad, not good.
I see.
I don't really know if I feel good or not.
Why is that?
I guess there's nothing really good about my life.
I see.
He looked like he wanted to say something more, but was quiet for a moment before speaking again.
I live for research. The fruits of my labor are everything to me. You're still alive. Find out what you want to achieve in that time to leave your mark on the world.
Can I leave here? He was quiet again. Maybe he didn't expect me to ask that. He looked like he was considering something important for a bit.
Well, yes, I suppose you would be wondering about that. I believe after a month your body will be acclimated to the additions enough to live freely and move about as you wish. 28th day of the 1st month. From today onward you should be without issue.
He spoke to me while writing something in a notebook. I guess whatever part I played in his research was over, and I was deemed safe to move about freely.
You are free to live as you wish.
After everything that has happened, how exactly am I supposed to live?
Now how should I know? To each their own and all that.
I guess.
Is there anything you want to do?
Since I served as a subject for your research, I'd like you to listen to a request of mine.
Let's hear it.
Please take me as your apprentice.
This was the first true desire I'd had since losing bits of myself last month. 17th day of the 3rd month.
Since that day, I have been living as Master Machina's apprentice. Learning under him is difficult. He expects much from me in very short amounts of time. At first it seemed impossible, and he would get frustrated with me. But recently I've started to produce better results, and he seems more tolerant of my work. He's been giving me simple machines of his to fix as practice. It seems like he's working on 30 different things at once, because there's always something he wants my help with. Today he handed me a small doll and told me to try fixing it. However, when I took it to my workbench, it sprang to life and moved about and sang me a song. It wasn't until later in the evening I remembered today was my birthday. There was no way Master Machina could have known. It must have been a coincidence and the doll just wasn't broken. 15th day of the 4th month. Today was troubling. I was worried that one day my parents might come to take me back home. I never wanted to go back to that house. I couldn't seem to calm down, and I asked Master Machina about it. Don't spend effort worrying about trivial things. But I took care of that a while ago. You mean? I have already acquired the necessary permission to have you live here. You went to my house? I happened to pass by when I was out. There was no way that was a mere coincidence. Just like my birthday, Master Machina was too kind. 25th day of the 6th month. Master Machina seeks to create machines that can move, think, and feel like a person. Something like me, but all machine, I suppose. A machine with will of its own. He thinks machines like that will help us. Take care of the sick, travel to bring supplies in dangerous weather, keep us safe. Master Machina is truly a great inventor, but to make a heart from metal and gears? Can it be done? 12th day of the 8th month. Just one thing. There's just one thing missing. Master Machina has been repeating this phrase as of late whenever he's working. I want to help him, but he says it's too advanced for me to assist. But I'm running out of time. I need to complete his work for him before the end of this year.